Hello, hello, hello. What's up? Got to figure out how to add someone to this. What's up, y'all? Just getting a live set up. Got to add my partner to this. A Donahue Baker is going to be our special guest today. A Donahue Baker. Let's see if we can find him. What's up, y'all? What's up? Thanks for joining. We're about to get set up here. Get our special guest on the line, A Donahue Baker. Thanks for joining. For everybody who's joining, my name is Dedric Krystal. I'm a real estate investor and an entrepreneur. Let me figure out how to add my partner, our special guest, A Donahue Baker. Well, we're going to be talking about real estate today, real estate investing, business, building your business as an entrepreneur, and also credit. So we got a special guest that's joining us. What's my location? I'm actually in North Carolina. I'm in the central area of North Carolina. We're going to get started in a few minutes here. I appreciate y'all all joining here. Let's see if we can add Mr. Donahue Baker to this. Here we goes. Request. It says waiting for Donahue Baker. Thanks for joining, y'all. We are
What's
live.
going on? What's
Baker,
up, D?
how you doing, sir?
How you doing, brother?
Doing great,
Awesome.
man.
I'm out in the sun, man. So if you don't mind, I'm gonna throw on the sunglasses. I didn't realize it was this sunny out here. It's such a beautiful day.
That's all right, man. You can throw in the stunner shades. We'll see how you do. Oh, man.
Yeah.
It's good to see you, man. You on the back patio there?
Yeah, just chilling out, just chilling out, enjoying a beautiful
Okay.
day, That's it, can't complain at all.
Nice. I'm over here in the offices of Polite Properties. It's been a couple months since I've been in my office, man, with the whole quarantine, been working from home.
I've been on the same vibe, just been literally every day doing the exact same thing, So just a pleasure to connect with you, brother. It's definitely been a long time since we got a chance to chop it up. Both you and your wife, I know, doing amazing things. So I'm happy to be here, man. I'm excited.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Same here. We're excited. So we're gonna give everybody another minute or so to hop on, and then we're gonna dive right into it.
Okay.
Cool. And you're in Jersey right now?
Yeah. Yep. Still in Jersey.
Okay.
Wishing I could be on the island somewhere. That'll be that'd be the ultimate. But they don't even have flights going out right now. So I'm like, I don't even know what to do. I'm just taking it day by day. But yeah. I'm hearing it. Well, you guys are opening up, right? Where you guys are at, right?
Yeah, we're in North Carolina. We're not far from Greensboro, Raleigh, Durham, kind of in the center of that. And I mean, it's open pretty much. People are out there,
Right.
Yeah. But I know the tri-state area was hit pretty hard. So.
Yeah. We were the epicenter for a little bit. Things are looking like the curve is flattening. So, but we'll see how that is. Andrell was like, island sound good. You know it. A beach right now. Like I gotta recreate that right now at home. But the fact of the matter is that it's hard to just say we're gonna lose this summer. You know what I'm saying? Like that is just it's just hard to even wrap my head around, really.
Right. All right, well, let's go ahead and dive in. Let me give a formal introduction. So for those who don't know me, my name is Dedric Krystal, one half of Be Polite Properties. My amazing wife, Krystal, she's out shuttling the kids around. But we're real estate investors. We're also serial entrepreneurs, business owners. We have a special guest on with us today, Mr. A. Donahue Baker. Make sure you say that A before the Donahue. So what we're going to do is I'll do a quick intro of Mr. Baker, and then we're going to get into a discussion, more of like a Q&A. And then at the end, we'll take some of you guys' questions. So Donahue Baker, we actually got to connect at the We Live event this past February before the whole craziness started with COVID. But this brother's an exceptional brother. His background is as a CPA. So he has a financial background, graduate of the prestigious Georgetown University. And also I noticed NYIT as well, very prestigious schools. He's also a real estate developer and investor. So with that, I want to introduce my brother Donahue Baker on here. It looks like it's spinning. Can you hear me, Don?
Yeah, you're just freezing up. I don't know if it's my phone or yours, but I can hear you. It's just the video is freezing up a lot. So
Okay. Gotta get rid of that dial-up connection. I don't know. We gotta pay this internet bill. Just playing. But yeah, if you can kind of walk us through a little bit of your background and your upbringing. Let's start there.
okay, awesome. Yeah, so I grew up, born and raised in New Jersey, and like you said, my journey is very simple. Grew up in a housing project, affordable housing, and today I literally buy apartment complexes, affordable housing apartment complexes. So that's my story. I grew up in one, and now that's my area of expertise. My specialty is affordable housing apartment complexes. I currently own over 500 units, and my strategy is very simple: buy and hold, buy and hold. And basically, how do we build wealth from that? We basically show you how to basically structure your investment so you're not paying taxes. So you literally set your business up to the point where it's defer, 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 and then you die. And then when you die, your children inherit your assets at a stepped up basis. And the taxes that were due all along basically get wiped away, because when they inherit the assets at a stepped up basis, you are literally creating generational wealth that way. And that's really what I'm a pioneer of, a passionate advocate of, creating generational wealth and creating legacy. So in a nutshell, that's really what I do and where I am today. And, definitely trying to help and put the message out there to a bunch of other people of how they can do the exact same thing. So that's a perfect segue also to let everyone know that I recently co-founded a fintech startup. It's called Money Ave. And literally we do that exact same thing for average individuals. We basically, our mantra is turning thousandaires into millionaires. And we do that through wealth management. We do that through real estate opportunities. And we do that through tax strategies. People underestimate the importance of tax strategies, but that's how you really, really escalate your wealth. When you get it, you avoid paying taxes. Well, I shouldn't say avoid paying taxes. You minimize paying taxes. It has to be a part of your strategy.
Man, well, that's a lot. That's a lot to unpack there. You went through a lot. Let's start with, kind of taking it back. Like you said, you grew up in public housing. Now you own over 500 units of housing. I mean, that's a big leap there. I'm sure there's a lot that happened that you did in between to make that quantum leap from, going up in public housing to owning. So talk us through just kind of what were some of the influences on you growing up that helped you make that leap from, tenant to owner?
Well, definitely, for the most part, it was the idea of living rent free. That was like the first thing that I sought out to do, because I've realized, just as a CPA, I realized that the number one expense that people have is usually rent or mortgage. So I figured if I can just buy my first property, live in one side, rent out the other, I'm well ahead of most people, and it takes some type of stress, financial stress, off of the monthly living check to check and sorting that out. So that was really my first objective, just getting somewhere that I can live rent free, and then
I think they call it house hacking now.
House hacking now, absolutely. Right? So once you get to the house hacking, it's just like, this is easy. This could be replicated. This could be repeated over and over. And then you realize, well, I can do this again and again. And that's exactly what I did.
That's awesome, man. That's the same thing I did. When I was 25, had a job in corporate America, and my goal was to live rent free and own some property of my own. So I bought a multifamily, a 3-unit up in Boston, lived in 1 unit, rented out the other 2, paid most of my mortgage, and pretty much lived rent free. And that property I still own today has tremendous equity in it, and the cash flow has been amazing. So it definitely works, man. Now you talk a lot about real estate, right? I'm big into real estate. I know you're big into real estate as well. What made you want to get into real estate as you were young, coming up age? What opened your eyes to the potential of real estate?
Well, just really understanding that most millionaires in this country, they make money through real estate. Like if you think about wealth management, if you think about the process of doing it, real estate has always been a solid investment. Over time, it pays you to own it. So I just wanted to get a piece of that process. And really the people that I looked up to, that's the roadmap that they set, like Herman J. Russell, Donahue Peoples. Those are the people that I've really studied their game plan, their path, how they were able to create wealth and build wealth, you know. And then you can't avoid ownership. That's why I just went straight to ownership. Started small with the house hacking, but it just propelled me to do so much more.
That's amazing, man. So now you went from real estate investor to becoming an actual developer, right? Now there's a difference there. Developer, you're building stuff from the ground up. You're redeveloping properties. What made you want to become a developer of real estate?
The opportunity with risk, right? Because it's risk. So with risk comes reward. So having the specialty to say, all right, I'm doing smaller multifamilies, I wanted to step up and build bigger and bigger projects. So that's really what led me. I wanted to just escalate my game because literally I had mastered smaller developments, right? The 3 families, the 4 families, you know, you can only get so many of those type properties before you're like, all right, now I'm ready for a 100-unit apartment complex, 200-unit apartment complex. And there's not a lot of those around. So if you have a need in a particular area, you have to create it. And one of the things that I had to learn was figure out what is the need. What is the need? And whatever, I pretty much mastered 3 markets, and I basically developed a connection with the mayor, developed a connection with the township. I went into their local zoning official and I asked them, what do you guys need? And it was always, no matter what it was always either a need for senior housing, a need for affordable housing, or a need for student housing in some areas, but it was always centered around housing, and they're not making any more land. So I had to go out there, buy some land and develop. And that was really a turning point in my career, is I had to basically lean on others that have done it and try to glean their knowledge. And that's what really led me to take that step into development to where I am today. Yeah.
That's great. That's great. So I think one of the questions that a lot of people have is, okay, you know, I know how to buy a single family house. I know how to buy a duplex, a triplex, a 4-unit residential. But I think when people hear commercial apartment buildings, big stuff, they think it's out of their league, right? That's what the pros do. The sharks, you know, they're swimming in a different ocean over there. You know, how do you approach that? In as far as capital, right? Those properties are usually in the millions. How do you approach getting the capital, the money, to get into those type of real estate investments and developments? How does one do that?
If you have a need, right? It all starts with the need. It all starts with a desire for a town to say, we need a particular type of development, right? And then from there, you figure out, what do I need to build around it? So it's initially going into the town, going into the finding the master plan, and each municipality has one. No matter what city in America you live in, there's a master plan that says, we are, in the next 5 years, we're looking to have X, Y, Z. So once you understand that, right, the next step is to get aligned with the local politicians, to get aligned with the people that really are going to be able to make that dream a reality, because they're putting it out there to say, well, we need X number of units, we need affordable housing, we need these things, right? The question becomes, if I don't have the money, how do I bring it in? Well, number one, you're fulfilling a need. When you fulfill that need, the town itself is going to give you certain benefits, right? So if I come in to a town and I'm building and they need affordable housing and they don't have it right now, they better give me some tax credits. They better put a pilot tax in place. They better give me an abatement, some way that gives me some incentive, right? And every single person that is listening to this call right now has the ability to at least make that step, that first step of, what does my town that I live in, what do they need? Once you figure out what they need, your objective is to put a business plan together of what it's going to cost to make that a reality, right? That's a business plan. That's a pro forma. You put that together and say, this is what it costs. The next step after that is securing the funding that you need to make the plan a reality. Now, if you reach out to a person like me, because these are the type of deals that I look for, that I try to empower others. If you reach out to a person like me, I look at your business plan, I say this person needs funding. One or two things are going to happen. I'm either going to say, I love this project, and I'm going to give you the money to develop it. And what that means is I'm literally going to finance your project. And I'm going to say, if you do not have the money, then I'll put the money in. But in exchange for me putting the money in, obviously, I'm going to get a bigger equity percentage of the deal, right? And a lot of people need to understand that, because every time you do a development deal, it's not only about the money, it's also about the resume of the developer. So it's important when you do your first deal. I had to do it myself. When you do your first deal, you have to do it in conjunction with the senior developer. So when we do a deal like that, it's really, I would be the main developer and you would be a junior developer. But yet that once we complete that project, that goes on your resume, just like it goes on mine. And then the next opportunity comes up, then you can say, well, we did this project, and it builds credibility. So that's part of the step. That's what we try to get people to do. And that's what part of what we're trying to do right now all across the country, is partner with more and more developers and creating more and more developers. So we've eliminated the number one hurdle. The number one hurdle is the money aspect, right? If you want to be a developer and you're serious about development, there's nobody out there saying, look, let us fund your deals. Bring the deals to us. We'll keep you in the ownership seat, but yet we'll give all the money that the project needs for it to be completed from point A to point Z. And that's basically the business model that I bring forth, right? That's my value proposition. That's the unique thing that makes A Donahue Baker, because nobody is giving you that value proposition.
That's amazing, man. It almost sounded too good to be true when I first heard about it. I'm like, hold on, he's gonna fund, like, look at your business plan, vet it, right? Make sure it passes the test, and then fund the deal. That's amazing. Because like you said, that's the biggest barrier for most people, is having a lack of the resume, the team, and also the financing, the money for it. So that's huge.
So the other thing that makes that possible, that not a lot of people know, is that I literally own a bank. I own a chartered bank, a licensed bank, which is the company that we have. It's a fintech company. It's called Money Ave. And what that company does, we fund deals. Excuse me?
Yeah, talk about Money Ave. So you started a fintech bank. You have a banking charter. So literally you're building a bank right now. That's amazing. Tell us some more about that.
All right. Well, I'm really, really excited about Money Ave, because I personally believe this is going to do more good in our community than any other thing that I've worked on individually, right? But in addition to that, I firmly believe that this is going to be $1 billion company. Like, I really believe that the opportunities that Money Ave is going to create is going to just have a major, major impact, because people aren't, like, it's such a need in our community that it's not being resolved. So let me define and tell you exactly what Money Ave is all about, what Money Ave does. Money Ave literally is a fintech bank. And what we do is we, in different stages right now, our first stage that we're in right now is really just a launching stage. We're going to have the app coming out in literally about a month or two down the road. But what this app, I had a call come in at the same time. So, but this app is going to allow you to basically, you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Could you hear me?
Yep. Yeah, it's breaking up a little, but I can hear you.
All right, cool. So what the app is going to do is allow you in less than 3 hours to get anywhere from $500 all the way up to $10,000, all from your phone in less than 3 hours. The purpose of that app, the purpose of what we're doing, is we're looking to eliminate all predatory lending all across the country, right? The pawn shops, the payday lenders, we're looking to eliminate those. The percentage at which we're lending is literally 2% and 3%. That's the interest rate that's being charged. These payday lenders, they're charging upwards of 20%. Some of them, the pawn shops, some of them upwards of 30%. So why would you go to a pawn shop? Why would you go to a payday lender when you can just literally from your phone tap in and get between $500 to $10,000 in less than 3 hours? That's the mission. That's our first mission, and what we want to accomplish is we want to eliminate all payday lenders. We want to eliminate all predatory lending that exists within our community. Our second phase, because when we launch right now, all we're doing is lending money. All we're doing is putting money out there in the system. But as we change, what we are right now is going to be different from what we are 2 months down the road. But then the other aspect of that is financial literacy, helping people make better financial decisions combined with wealth management. Now, the reason why that's so important is because that is the secret sauce of how we turn thousandaires into millionaires. It's understanding financial literacy and it's understanding wealth management, right? Now, if you don't know what financial literacy is, very simple. It's how you make financial decisions. And each financial decision that you make in your life, and that could be just purchasing a cell phone, purchasing a car, purchasing clothes, whatever decision you make, every time you spend money, you're making a financial decision. We have an app that is going to show you the economic impact of that financial decision. And when you marry that with wealth management, what you have is the ability to see how a $20,000 purchase can take you from, literally take you from living in poverty to making you a millionaire over a certain amount of time. That's really the functionality of what this app is eventually going to do, right? On a practical sense of the word. But that's really key. And then the wealth management side, and a lot of people don't really, in our community, they don't understand what wealth management is. So let me go a little deeper into what wealth management is.
Explain what that is.
Wealth management. Do you know what a family office is?
Yes. Explain that to
Okay.
the people out there.
All right. Well, a family office, very simple. If you're a high net worth individual, you have about $100 million of net worth, you go into a family office and they have literally 20 to 25 people that work on your wealth every single hour of the day. Now, what does that mean for them? Well, it tells them if there's a company that needs startup capital, they tell you, oh, there's this great opportunity to invest over here in this company that also has similar interest as you or similar goals as you. Let's say you need an insurance product. They will give you the best insurance product for your particular family needs. Let's say you're looking for a loan. If you're looking for financing, they will scour the earth to figure out the best sources of capital for what you need so that your wealth can be preserved, right? If you think about family offices, if you think about legacies, if you think about the great wealth that's been created, if you think like the Carnegies, for example, their wealth, they fund major institutions, major universities, major philanthropic deeds. Their decisions, the decision process of placing their money, that wealth, is coming from a family office, right? It comes from people that basically say, look, we're going to keep the principal intact, but we have hundreds of millions of dollars every single year just off principle that we can allocate to different causes, different business ventures, but they place it so skillfully that they're able to grow the principal. They're able to grow their wealth. So it's true generational wealth year after year. What we're looking to do in Money Ave is we're looking to democratize the family office. We're looking to democratize wealth management the same way that YouTube was able to democratize creating a video channel, or that Apple was able to democratize computers. It's really taking that high net worth principle and strategies and bringing it down to the level where the everyday person can have access to the financial literacy knowledge and also the wealth management knowledge to say, well, look, this is where you need to put your money. These are opportunities out here to create more wealth for you, right? And that's what Money App is doing right now. We're showing you how, number one, you can get, I literally, excuse me, call it free money. It's free money because we show you how to set businesses up And when you set your business up through us, we show you how to do it correctly, and we show you how to, number one, get a lot of finding and funding under your business. And that's really the first step. It's access to capital. That's how you build wealth.
Wow. That's exactly why I wanted to have this call, Don. Um, this brother is a wealth of knowledge on all things money and finance. So, I mean, you just dropped so many gems. I wrote down a few of them. You dropped a lot of gems.
Yeah.
One of them is attacking the payday lenders because, like you said, in our community, we go to the check cashers. If you don't got a bank or you're unbanked, we go to the check cashers and they rape us with these 10, 20% interest rates, and it's crazy. So it's amazing that your company's going to provide loans, short-term loans. What's the typical term on these loans? You know,
Short
at 2 to
term,
3%
a
interest?
week or two, 2 to 3% interest, a week or two loans, anywhere from $500 all the way up to $10,000. Short term loans, we can fund them in as quick as 3 hours.
So
That's that.
how are you guys able to do that? I mean,
We're able to do that through our partners, right? We're able to do that through our partners, and literally we're able to say, all right, we're able to target our specific customer, and because this is a consumer loan, this is a personal loan. So that particular loan, if we have a relationship with you, that's what our platform does. It's not a transactional platform. It's more of something that we build wealth with you over a period of time. And that is why that product is so important, because once like if you use that product, you basically come into our circle, and then you're open to the universe of products that we have, business credit, loan financing, whether you're purchasing real estate. It's just one vertical in a list of many. And what we're trying to do is educate people to say, well, look, having the resources, having the knowledge of what we do is going to change your world, because it's going to give you options that you would never have before, right? If you're looking to even get to the thousandaire level, and you're looking to say, well, look, I just need a $1,000 loan until next week, we're the source of that. We're the source of that. If you're looking to say, well, look, I'm looking to purchase $1 million apartment complex, and my bank is not giving me the money, but you know what? I don't have any money. I need to go to Money Ave. Maybe if it fits within the criteria, they can joint venture with me and partner with me. That's the person. Or maybe you're the type of person that is saying, look, I don't really know where to begin, but I know that I don't want to mess my 800 credit score up, right? I want to create businesses, and I want to structure my businesses in such a way that my personal credit is not affected. Well, we show you how to set up your business so that you can get at least 50,000 to over 500,000 all under your business credit, right? And because we're a bank, we're able to give you particular lines of credits. We're able to give you particular products that other banks are not. But that's what we're looking to build. And the grand scheme of thing is wealth management. Ultimately, that's the end goal, right? But we have to start here, and eventually we'll get there. But that's the direction we're going.
wow, I'm looking in the comments, and the comments are going crazy. And we talked about this the other day, Don, is, both of us went to Ivy League schools, Georgetown, you, Amherst College, me. I was on a full scholarship, right? Grew up on Section 8, grew up in Roxbury in Boston. Wasn't by any means born with the silver spoon in my mouth. Had a mom that raised me from the Berry, right? Where
Yeah.
you and Jason from, right down the street. But
Right.
I had a full scholarship to an Ivy League school, and the kids that we went to school with, some of them were very wealthy, right? From the 1%, and they had family offices, literally. They had teams of accountants and attorneys that planned and executed their whole strategy to maintain and grow their wealth. We didn't come from that, but I think it's powerful that you're bringing that knowledge from, Wall Street and from, the white shoe, wealthy back to the everyday people. I mean, that's powerful. That's powerful. So,
Absolutely. That's the whole concept. It's like, and you don't know what you don't know, right? You don't know that you need to have certain structures in place. You don't know. We talk about generational wealth, but it's impossible to create generational wealth without the first step, the financial literacy step, without the management step, without figuring out how to create capital, without figuring out how to have an LLC and structure your business to say, this business, should it fail, because 90% of them do, structure your business in such a way that should it fail, you can literally walk away and not lose sleep.
All right, hold
You
on.
know,
Let's pause right there. Like, now you get into business credit, right? Which business credit has
Mhm.
been huge for me and my wife, right? People ask how we built our business so quickly, how have we grown. If it wasn't for business credit, I wouldn't be sitting in my own office right now, right? I wouldn't have gotten free from corporate America, making multiple six figures and been able to walk away from that without business credit. So business credit is powerful. Learning how to build that and how to leverage business credit. Why? Because, I went to the banks, right? And I had an 800 credit score. And I said, hey, I need a loan to start this business, had a business plan, everything. I'm thinking I'm airtight. And they're like, denied. Nope. Denied. Bank after bank after bank. Went to family and friends. Hey, listen, I'm starting to get into real estate. I want to start flipping houses. They didn't have the money to loan to me. So business credit allowed us to finance the marketing, the advertising, the infrastructure we needed to get to where we are. So can you just start from an elementary level and just explain to people how powerful it is first to get your LLC, have an actual company, set up a business, and then to start to build and leverage business credit?
Absolutely. So with business credit and the like, to really understand the power of business credit, I tell people, look at Donald Trump. Donald Trump has over 500 LLCs. 500 LLCs. So if you think about it, why would a man need over 500 LLCs? Simply because he understands that each LLC that you have is worth money, right? It's worth money, and there's also a purpose. So your first objective should be to figure out what is the purpose of your LLC. And what we tell you, and what I believe as a CPA, what I've seen people do is the LLC should really have a number of different things, but it should have the first characteristic, it should be independent of your personal credit profile. I think that's so important. And the reason why is because a lot of people out here are basically setting up these LLCs or setting up business credit, and they're leveraging they're being a personal guarantor, or they're leveraging their personal credit score and putting that in, lumping that into their household income. So what they're doing in effect is jeopardizing, because 90% of the businesses fail, right? So when that business fails, the credit that you build up under if you do the PG route, it's going to come back and bite you in the ass. It's
You didn't say
literally,
if, you said when that business failed, because the percentages.
because the odds are against you. The odds
Right.
are against you. So I tell people it's so important that you do it the right way. And the right way is you set up your business credit independent of your personal credit profile, right? So when we
So
talked
no
about
personal guarantee. They're
no
running your EIN number, not your social.
correct, right? And then we
Right.
talked about Donald Trump, right? Donald Trump has over 500 LLCs, but he's filed for bankruptcy 4 times, right? If you look at where I'm in New
But
Jersey right
he's a
now,
Teflon Don. He's unscathed.
yo,
He
he's
got that
bulletproof.
family office. He set it
He's
up right.
bulletproof. He's bulletproof, right? So here's the game, right? Here's the game about it. He's leveraged his LLC, the project, the development. When he was the developer for the Taj Mahal Casino in 1991 in Atlantic City in New Jersey, he leveraged so much of the bank's money, right? The bank came to him and was like, "Look, you need to pay this back." And Donald Trump was like, "My man, you're not gonna get that money." And what the
Really?
bank did, just told him straight
Wow.
up, look, we can't pay you, right? So what the banks did was they said, look, he lit so much of our, like, he took so much of our money. He's leveraged his business so well that we got to figure out how we can keep Trump in business. Just think of what's happening
So
right
they
here.
had to negotiate with this man that owed them money. They had to come to the table.
They basically
That's
had to
crazy.
come put more money and spell it out, to the point where, as of today, now this is the truth. Like, he's mastered the business credit game so much. Donald Trump cannot, if you have an LLC today and you say, Donald Trump, I need you to partner with me on my LLC, chances are no bank will lend Donald Trump money, because they understand
Right.
how he
He's running
operates.
off with the bag. He ain't coming back.
It's what it is, right? He understood
Wow.
the business credit game so well that only way Donald Trump could get money was that he had to go overseas. He had to go to a lot of the Russia stuff that you're seeing is really behind him going overseas to get money, right? Because that's the only place that he could, because he couldn't get any more money from the U.S. banks. It just wasn't happening. So what I tell people is when you set up your business entity right, the sky's the limit on the amount of business credit you can get. Now, what does that mean for us? What does that mean for a layman? What does that mean for somebody that is just starting out? Very simple. If you set up a business credit with us, we guarantee you within 6 months, we give you $50,000 that you can put into your business. If you're able to show between $50,000 of revenue per year, we're able to give you a line of credit for $500,000. $500,000 should be enough for you to scale your business and create at least $1 million in business. That should be facts, right? Because
Oh,
if somebody
absolutely.
gives me $1 million and says, look, I'm going to lend you $1 million next year, I need you to give me back that same $1 million. If you can't turn that million into 2 million, you're doing something wrong. You're
Shouldn't be in
doing something
business.
wrong.
Right.
So it's the same principle. It's the same principle, right? This $500,000 line that you get, you should be able to, to leverage that to create $1 million business. And that's basically that's basically the process. Until you can figure that out, you have to try. You have to go take risk. You have to go out there and start businesses. And if it's not a full-time business, start a side business. Start
Right.
something that you can scale.
Yep.
Start franchising, whatever it is, but you need to have some type of ownership that pays you, that has a system that pays you residually, that you can literally get that. You can build a system and walk away for a year and you still get paid, right? So I tell people that's generational wealth. There's really only two ways to do it, either through real estate or building these business systems and putting them in place.
Absolutely. So someone put in the comment they have a DUNS number. Now what? What do they do next?
Well, a DUNS number, in case you don't know what it is literally the Business Credit Reporting System score, right? So that's the institution, the DMB. That's the people that actually rate your business, and everybody can look at it. So if you have a business, unlike the personal credit, like you would need permission to look at someone's personal credit, but the business, I can look at any business and I can just look at their credit, and based on their DMB number, and I can tell, how are they using their credit. You know what I'm saying? So when you understand the DMB number, that's really the first step. It's just a credit rating profile. And then from that point on, you have to build it just like you build your personal credit. You go and you get different lines, different things that actually make it seem more robust. And that's specifically what we help you with.
Okay. So how is the
Yep.
DUNS number different than a Paydex? Is that similar or different?
They're pretty much the same thing. Like a Paydex number, you wanna have 80 and better, right? So if you want to go into the rating systems itself, we all strive for 80 and better. Now, that particular number determines whether you get additional business funding or not. So it's very important that you never let your Paydex score drop drop below 80. You want to keep it 80 and better. So it's just that rating system. DMB is the company. Dun & Bradstreet is the company behind the Paydex score.
Gotcha. Okay. Man, this is some amazing information. I mean, the comments are going crazy. People are like, this is just amazing, powerful information that's being shared here. What are the typical fees for, if you help somebody get $50,000 business credit funding or up to $500,000, what are the typical fees on that?
Right. So our company right now, for that particular product, we call that our business builder. If you want us to build your business out for you, right now we're charging $24.97. That's $2,497. That is really what you need to get the 50,000. That program right there sets you up where you can go get the 50,000. Then once you're able to show the revenue, the next step beyond that is to set you up to get the $500,000. That's basically it. And then that principle, we literally every single day, if needs be, we move as fast as you. We literally walk you through that process, step by step, what that looks like.
Awesome.
So I just seen a question from Norris Tony. I have a 696 and a 594, but I haven't had activity on it for a couple of years. So is that your credit score? Norris,
That sounds like
is
a
that your personal credit score? All right, so a personal credit score, once again, whether your personal credit score is good or bad, it should not matter. What I want you to do is focus on creating a business opportunity. I want you to, if you
right.
even if you have poor credit, you can still go out here and use your business credit. And the strategy that I use is very simple. It's very important to have good personal credit. I speak about that all the time. But that doesn't mean that you have to rely on your personal credit to do business. You should use your business entity to do business. When you get your credit score to 720, you should lock it. And lock it for the simple fact of, if you do business with me and I don't know you and I want to get to know you, I'm going to do a credit report on you. And if you got poor credit, you have poor credibility. And your credit is your credibility. So you have to understand that you want, if you're looking to create generational wealth, do deals, do apartment complex deals, do bigger real estate, do development, people are going to look at your personal credit and they want to know more about you, and your personal credit tells a story. So I want your story to be pristine. I want your image to be pristine. I want your integrity, everything, all your bill collectors should be paid.
Pristine.
It should be what it
Want to
is. You
have
don't
that
have to
Halle
use
Berry
it.
credit.
There it is, but and then get that, and then use your business to do all the things that you need to do. All the things. Don't ever put your personal family. What should be on your personal credit is the house that you live in. Family, real property that you have, things that are intergenerational. That should be on your personal credit. But your business should be separate. You should be building out business infrastructure. You should be building out business ecosystems. And when I use that word ecosystems, it's like, no, everybody should have a business. But if you're really serious about business, you need to be thinking about the businesses that surround your business and how you can build out an ecosystem. Maybe do a joint venture partner with somebody where you have their business doing business with your business and you're doing business with another business. And you know what? You're creating commerce, and you creating that commerce, spreading that money around on a monthly basis is what you can leverage to create lines of credit, hard lines of credit that are literally cash, that make you look super, super sexy on paper, and the banks will give you the money that you need if you structure it right. So that's really the key.
Man, so we got a couple minutes left here before we wrap up. I want to take a few more questions from the comments. We got a question here. What's the first step do you recommend to build a beginner's business credit? And then, kind of where does your company come in to help with that?
Yeah, so with the beginner's business credit, that's exactly what we do. Like, our program shows you the principles of what you need to do. Number one, how to structure your LLC the first way. We don't personally structure your LLC, but we go over it to make sure that it's structured in the right way. Now, there's certain businesses that are single member LLCs versus multi-member LLCs. It makes it a little, there's nuances there. So there's a deeper dive that needs to take place. But you have to understand that things like privacy, if you don't want to be found out, that is, all of that happens on day one when you set up your LLC. The state in which you incorporate has significant impacts down the road if you want to grow your business, right? So we talk about these things. We talk about the issues that you need to have when you're on your day one. More importantly, what you're going to get from Money Ave is the wealth management piece that you're not going to get from other people. And what that looks like is we help you to get the different tiers of credit that make your business credit just as robust as your personal credit. Now, some people may say, well, I can do that on my own. You may, but if you mess up and do it the wrong way and you don't have professionals there to help you, it could be more damaging than helpful. So what we do is we educate you. We take your hand, we walk you through that process so that you can, once again, repeat it for your other LLCs, but you know how to do it the right way. You don't have any questions about it. We literally, like, some of our clients we talk to every single day because that's how much they're bubbling. You know what I'm saying? So I'd like to think we got the best customer service in the game. If you have a need, we are here. We plan on being in this business for a very, very long time. So that's really the key, is to reach out and make sure that we're not a transactional entity. We're growing and building with you as you grow and as your business grows.
That's awesome, man. That's what it's all about. We always look for client service and relationships. So that's what it sounds like your firm is about as well. Let's see here. So someone asks, are your business lines of credit for longevity or short term?
The business lines of credit are for as long as you keep them active. If you don't use the business lines of credit, they can be pulled back. So we tell people, use them, pay them off. If you do that approach, even if you don't need the capital, but if you use that approach, your lines get bigger over the course of time. So it's quite possible somebody comes in, they have $100,000 line of credit, and they're using it all the time. They're going to get more money as long as that they're paying on time, and their scores are still good. They also have a good bank rating. A lot of these things we have, it goes hand in hand. Your bank rating is also an important part of the process, right? So, and just in case people don't know what the bank rating is, the bank rating is literally, we show you why you need to have a certain balance in your account, because that also affects the ability to leverage your business credit, right? So all of that is really key.
So someone asked, how can you explain surety bonds and how to get one?
A surety bond for who?
All right, AE Locks, got to explain to us what type of surety bond you're talking about. Stevens Properties.
Yeah, any type of bonds. Like if you're looking for any type of bonds, it's literally understanding what you need to accomplish, right? So bonds are definitely a great way to go. Companies use it to go out here and raise money. It's really key, but really what you want to do is if your business is not at the level that you can go out and raise a bond, it's not an option for the typical person that's looking, to just raise some capital. What we do on the development side is we raise bonds for projects, right? As a developer, right? So what we do is we go out and we scour the capital market, find other investors possibly. There's hedge funds out there. There's insurance companies out there that are looking to, particularly right now, looking for opportunity zones, right? So opportunity zones are really hot. We raise money that way for our individual projects. Like if we're doing $100 million deal, we're going that route, but I'm not sure that,
She said for business and for real estate.
Excuse me?
She said the bond is for real estate business.
Yeah, so just like I said, for the development side, it's pretty much that's pretty much what I assumed that she was going, from the real estate side. So our bigger projects, we go out, we raise an surety bond, and that'll at least guarantee that we'll have a certain floor on a project. So yeah, that's definitely something that we do. Yeah.
So someone had asked earlier, do you need a real estate license to be an investor or a developer? And the simple answer is no. I'm a real estate investor. Don is an investor and developer. I don't have a real estate license. Do you have a real estate license? Froze up a little bit.
License over here, buddy.
Not needed. But
the bottom
again,
line is
neither one of us have a real estate license, but we did get educated, and we're constantly getting educated and learning. So you do want to really perfect your craft, even though you don't have to get licensed to be an investor or developer. You have to constantly be seeking knowledge and education so that you're an expert in your field.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Someone asked, how do they set up a consultation for the business funding?
Well, you can go to moneyav.com. We have offices. You can call. You could, you can check out our site. We just launched our brand new site. Just got launched a couple of days ago, over the weekend, actually, working out a couple of the bugs. We just really worked out a couple of bugs this morning. But yeah, you can go to the site, check it out.
Moneyav.com.
Yeah, moneyave.com. You can go there. All your questions really should be answered on the site. And like I said, the company that we are today, 2 months down the road, when we have our app in place, it's going to look like a completely different company. And if you continue to grow with us, it's kind of like buying a Tesla. It's like, I bought a Tesla, but I bought it on day one, but they got stuff coming out, all types of enhancements. And it's like you get a better car every time they come out with an update. And that's just like it is with us, right? So we have so many dope products that are coming out that I can't even divulge. I'll tell you a little bit. One of the things that we are working on is we have the Money App credit card that we're working on right now. So in our V3, you'll see the Money App credit card. Once again, it's going to take the form of our products, low interest rate, a credit card that we can use, and it'll be a trade line that will allow you to not only build business credit, because that's really what it is.
Well,
That
hold on,
card.
Don. Let me stop you there. What's the interest rate going to be on this credit card? Because most credit cards,
Yeah.
after that 0% teaser rate, they jack it up to 19-23%.
Right. So that particular credit card, we're working with, we're partnering with Visa or MasterCard. We're working on that right now. So we don't have it. It's in the mix. It's something that we're working on, and they're really looking at our business and trying to figure out the best way to do it. And we're having those talks. So our business is really booming right now. Like we've, for the first time, from where we started, we made over $1 million. We hit the climax a few weeks ago. We made over $1 million in 1 week, which was incredible because it was during COVID. People need money. People are looking for money out there. And it's just a testament of proof of concept. And I know that we're providing a service. We just need to get out there and let people know about the service and the opportunity. And that's just something that's coming down the pike. So I'm excited about it, but we've got to flush that out. But I'm not going to put my name on anything that is predatory, that is that's going to take advantage of our people. I'm not trying to live that life.
That's awesome, man. Somebody said in the comments, Donahue, Money Mayweather, make it rain. He almost spit out the water. Money May, we about to call you Money May, man.
Nah, dude, it's all
the money team. But no, that's awesome, man. And just watching the growth of your company, I'm excited for you. So whatever we can do over at Be Polite Properties to support your growth, we're definitely here. This isn't this is the first, but definitely not the last interview we'll do with Mr. Baker. He's actually going to be on our Copreneur webinar series. So you guys who follow us, some who don't, me and my wife have a private Facebook group called the Copreneurs. It's for couples and entrepreneurship. And it's all about building generational wealth. And that's why there's so much synergy between, Mr. Baker and us.
Yeah.
But he's going to be on our webinar on June 28th. You can look on our page where he's going to be going into more depth on a lot of these topics that we discussed today. So we'll take one final question and then we'll wrap up here. Let's see here. Someone had asked about the future plans. Who do you contact about finding out the city's future plans?
Right, so it's called the master plan. So you go into your zoning official, like every town may have a different name for the office, but I usually see the name master plan. So you go into your planning, your zoning office, and you ask to see the master plan, or ask to speak to the zoning official, and literally just ask them, like, what are the plans for the city? What are you guys lacking? What do you need? And then you tell them, look, I am a developer, or you tell them, look, I partnered with the developer right now, and we're looking to provide development opportunities in this particular municipality. I would love to know what the master plan or what the city plans are for development in the next 5 years.
That's awesome, man. I love that, because you don't just say go to Google and Google it. You're talking about going down.
Yeah, you got to go down, like on the development side.
In person.
Yeah. It's about relationships. It's about relationships. Right. Absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, listen, man, we appreciate your time. Thank you for dropping so much knowledge, gems.
Let me just thank you. I just want to leave with one plug, if I may, Dedric. I just want to, number one, tell everybody that, number one, I have a YouTube channel. It's called A Donahue Baker. And on that YouTube channel, I basically will be talking more specifically about the things I talked about here. I got some videos coming out. In addition to that, I got a show called, I don't know if you can see this, it's called Millionaire Power Moves. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, right, cool. Yeah, Millionaire Power Moves. So we highlight the power moves of some famous millionaires you know and some other millionaires you don't. But the whole purpose of that show is to drop knowledge and drop gems on significant moves that people have made to create generational wealth. And at the end of those shows, hopefully, if you watch them, you can use those particular moves in your life to get similar results. So that's really the purpose of it. But yeah, I just want everybody, if you are of like mind, definitely subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you're interested in generational wealth, if you're interested in legacy building, if you're interested in real estate development, subscribe to the YouTube channel. And if you do that and join the Facebook group, I also have a free book. Also got a new book coming out, by the way. It's the new book is called Level Up, and we talk a lot about business credit and how we can level up using business credit. But yeah, that's really it, D. I just wanted to just drop that because we didn't get a chance to. Yeah.
That's great, man. I appreciate you, brother. We definitely gonna have you on again, and we'll have you on the Seven Streams webinar in 2 weeks. So with that, we'll sign off. Thanks for
Thank you,
joining,
brother. I
y'all.
appreciate you, man. Be in touch shortly. Have a good one.
You're welcome.
All right, brother. Thanks.